Severe flooding and a major incident declared in southeast Wales, where Storm Claudia has dumped torrential rain.
Good afternoon. A major incident has been declared in South Wales after Storm Claudia brought more than a month's worth of rain in just under 24 hours. There has been widespread flooding, most of it in Monmouthshire and Hertfordshire. This is Monmouth High Street, which is partly submerged in water after the River Monnow burst its banks. Severe flood warnings remain in place, meaning there is a significant risk to life and significant disruption. Since the major incident was declared at 1:30 this morning, emergency teams have been carrying out rescues, welfare checks and evacuations, taking storm-hit residents to safety. Well, our reporter Isa Farfor is in Monmouth for us this lunchtime and sent this update a short time ago.
Well, here in Monmouth, the sound of water is everywhere and the scale of devastation, as you can see behind me, is clear to see. A major incident has been declared after the town was overwhelmed by severe and widespread flooding overnight. At around 1:30 this morning, crews raised the alert as Storm Claudia turned streets, car parks, even whole neighborhoods into fast-moving rivers. Claudia definitely delivered hours of rain, enough to cut off entire streets, submerge cars and leave homes soaked through. People told us the water rose so quickly, so there was almost no time to save anything. One man told me he was rescued by boat this morning, so many people here barely slept. They woke up to the worst of Storm Claudia. And beyond the flooding itself, Storm Claudia caused wider disruption too, with all rail services between London and Wales cancelled last night. So today, with crews working to clear what Claudia has left behind, there is a drained feeling here and a growing question: can they even bounce back from this?
The South Wales Fire and Rescue Service is responding to a major incident in Monmouth, where Storm Claudia dumped heavy rain overnight that led to widespread flooding. People have been advised to avoid the area so the main routes can be kept clear for the emergency services. There are 4 severe flood warnings still in place in Monmouthshire, which means there is significant disruption and a risk to life. Our correspondent Will Vernon is there.
This is Monmouth, Lower High Street.
In the dead of night, a deluge surging through this town. When morning came, Monmouth town centre was underwater. Fire crews soon declared a major incident. Dozens were brought to safety after becoming trapped in their homes.
It was terrifying. I've been awake all night. Luckily they slept, and I got woken up by a really loud noise, and I couldn't see anything out the window because it was dark, but I got a torch and I shone it, and I just saw like a torrent of water.
Well, the floodwaters have subsided a little bit, but as you can see, large parts of the centre of Monmouth are still underneath this brown, muddy lake of water. And you can actually see over here how high the floodwaters got when this torrent rushed into the town overnight. And locals here have told us about the force, the power of this water that broke in some of the doorways of the shops on this street.
I don't know if you see, but my side doorway has been smashed by the waters.
So that doorway's been smashed by the force of the water?
Yeah. Wow. It's been knocked over.
The fire service say the floodwaters pose a real danger to residents and are warning people to stay away from the area.
The amount of water that was moving through the river, it's very fast flowing, very high risk were someone to enter that water. So again, we would just reiterate for people to please stay away from the water, not to be wading through flood water.
A local leisure centre was transformed into a temporary shelter for Monmouth's evacuees. Like David, he and his wife lost countless beloved possessions in the flood.
It all happened very suddenly. One minute there was a bit of water getting in, the next minute there was a torrent.
And how did you get out the property? How did you get to safety?
The Fire and Rescue Service took us out in a series of 3 boats.
Homes, businesses devastated by this flood. But the focus here is still on the rescue operation. Later, the clean-up will begin. Will Vernon, BBC News, Monmouth.